So I am back at my mum's house helping her to declutter. We only had a short pocket of time here, so we wanted to tackle a little bit in her pantry. I love my mum's pantry, but listen here, I think that this space is not utilised the best. What do you think? So we have these really, really narrow shelves on the left-hand side, nothing on the back, and then we have deep shelves over on the right hand side. As you can see, there is a lot of food on the floor. I really feel like we should be having nothing on the floor. And utilising the space at the back a bit more. I don't know. I haven't spoken to my mum about it. Let me know what you think. And then if you're with me, I might campaign for a little bit of a pantry glow up here. So the thing that my mum wanted to tackle today was the medicines. We have an awful lot of medicines in this pantry. I feel like actually growing up, I think my mum always had a good stock of medicines. I don't think I'm quite... I have quite the stock of medicines that I remember growing up, but also ours are kind of scattered around the house, so at least my mum has them all pretty much in one place. Now, my dear stepdad passed away very recently, and the 3 years prior to that, he had been very poorly. He had a series of strokes. And I think when you are living with somebody who has become disabled, who is very poorly, you very quickly accumulate a lot of medicines. And up until my stepdad passed away, like from when he'd had his first stroke a few years ago, my mum was his full-time carer, and it was full on. Like I know that a lot of you that follow me are in a similar situation where you are caring for a loved one who is disabled, or where you have been a carer for a loved one who is disabled, and you will know exactly what I'm talking about here. My mum did not stop. And when you are living like that, you are just in survival mode. You're meeting somebody's needs. You're probably meeting the bare minimum of your own needs. And then things just accumulate. Like, you don't have time to go through pantry shelves. You don't have time to look through your stock of medicines unless you're looking for something specific. Like, you know, a particular illness episode arises and you're like, I think I have this thing. You're tipping out medicines. You're finding that thing. Maybe you find it's out of date. You order a new one, and you probably don't check out the old one, and you just throw things back in and off you go. And this is what's been happening. So we are gradually going through areas of the house, trying to minimize, get on top of things. So my own experience, my own decluttering journey in my house has been that these sort of 10-minute pockets of time, like whatever they are, they really, really do add up. I did a challenge once where I was just setting the timer. I think it was for 10 minutes or 15 minutes was the minimum, and just tackling an area. So it might be the fridge, and I just set the timer for 10-15 minutes. And then if I had more time that day and I got into it, then I could continue. But sometimes I was doing it on my lunch break, and I literally had, like, you know, half an hour was my max, and I had a phone call I had to get back to work for. You know, I could not spend hours decluttering every day because I had to work it around work, kids, and all the other commitments that, you know, we all have. We're all juggling a lot, right? So I could just spend sometimes that really small pocket of time doing the decluttering. And I think I spent half an hour on this particular job. So we're not doing the whole pantry, we're just really focusing initially on that shelf. I managed to do a few more bits. My mum has tackled another shelf another day, but yeah, she's been doing really, really well with the decluttering, and I can definitely see how mum is, you know, keeping herself busy, shall we say, perhaps a little bit too busy. I think she's doing maybe a little bit too much. But then I also, as somebody who finds it hard to switch off and relax and take it easy myself, I can totally understand that. And I think right now it's clearly what she needs. And it, you know, she's doing amazingly when it comes to the decluttering. We've got a really big pile of stuff in the garage ready for the charity shop. And next time I visit, we're going to go and take that stuff to the charity shop. And mum's been working on various other areas. So you can probably see from the reflection in the backsplash of the oven, mum is standing close by. And so that we are talking as we're going through these things. So really, I had a couple of things that I was doing when decluttering here. Firstly, looking at sell by dates. So if something was like a couple of months out of date, then we might leave it. But if it was 6 months or more out of date, then it was a definite, you know, you have to go. We're getting rid of this thing. And then also, as I'm coming across the medicines that were my stepdad's, most of those unless they were like paracetamol, then most of those, because they were somebody else's medicines for somebody else's medical issues, they also needed to go. Now, I think a lot of pharmacies will take medicines to like recycle them responsibly, and that is something to think about. Also here we took everything out of paper cardboard packaging so that we could recycle as much as we possibly could, and that we were only getting rid of medicines contained in boxes. So I am basically going through everything, and then if there's stuff that I'm getting rid of and putting that in one area, if there's stuff that is going back in the medicine, I keep going to say medicine cabinet or medicine box. We've got a medicine basket here, then I'm putting that in a different area. And also I am starting to put things together, like group like things together, where we had a lot of like one particular like cold and flu medicine, and they were similar like sell by dates. I could push things into condense 4 boxes into 2, for example. So I'm looking at doing things like that. So my dear mum suffers from migraines. She has done for as long as I can remember. And we need to make sure that her migraine medicine is very easy to access. It's at the front of everything. What we don't want to end up is having migraine medicine at the bottom of this basket, because when the migraine starts, my mum needs to be taking medicines as quickly as possible. And also her vision tends to go. She's having a migraine. I think if you suffer with migraine, and you'll be familiar with that, mum just needs to like go lie in a dark room and wait for the worst of it to be over. So that's what I'm doing here at the front. You can see I'm putting all the migraine medicines together, and also just making sure that my mum has enough of the migraine medicines, because that is something we definitely don't want her running out of. So I have booked some annual leave for my next visit to mum's, so I will not be needing to juggle work at all, and we are planning to do some big declutters then, which I cannot wait to get stuck into and to share with you guys as well. I've also got some decluttering projects ahead of Christmas in my own house. I really wanted to document a series of like preparing for Christmas, but I found it really hard to just start, and yeah, I think that filming, because when I'm filming stuff, it does take longer to actually do the decluttering, just a little bit, like when I'm filming it. And then there's the time to edit and do voiceovers and everything. And I mentioned in my most recent video that I've taken on a new side hustle as a TikTok shop affiliate, can't get the words out, where I basically show and like promote products that I'm using, that I like or that I already had, and then if people buy them based like through the video, then I get commission. So I feel very passionate that I'm only sharing products that I definitely believe in. So started making videos about products that I already had, and then have expanded to getting samples. I'm only requesting samples from shops for things that I genuinely want. So at the moment I have been focused on like Christmas stuff for the kids. So where the kids asked for specific things, I've like firstly thought, right, can I get this from TikTok shop, or is this being sold on TikTok shop, and I could to demonstrate it and that sort of thing. And it's gone really, really well. So in the first month where I made a couple of posts in August just to see like, can I actually do this? And I made like £5. So I was like, right, okay, proof of concept, this works. So then I was like, right, okay, September, I'm going to make TikTok shop posts every single day in September. And I did that. And I made in commissions in September around about £180 sterling, but you get paid basically, it takes, a month before that money is paid out to you or available to pay out, because they have to wait and see, if people return things and that sort of thing, which all makes sense. But TikTok gave me some rewards for doing well in like September. So I was able to cash out, I think I got like £275 in TikTok rewards for selling well in my first like 4 month. So anyway, I'm veering off, but we don't often clean when we're decluttering, but we do if we empty a shelf that we hardly ever empty. Okay, that's my rule. So I'm giving that work down, and then you can see how much like better like order it's in. And then I had a bit more time, so I did a bit more decluttering. Anyway, back to the TikTok stuff. So then I've continued in October. So I'm recording this voiceover last day of October. My estimated commissions are like a smidge over £1,000 sterling. Like, that is just insane to me. So I've cashed out my £180 that I earned, technically, like the commissions for September. And then at the end of next month, I should be able to cash out like £1,000, which is just insane to me. But I'm never one to like stop when the like, so I want to set myself a challenge of basically making £50,000 in side hustle money. And I mean, YouTube is my first love, and I made YouTube videos for 3 years before monetizing this channel. And I've monetized this channel and I make like, I don't know, £100 a month or something. So it's not about the money for me when it comes to YouTube. I just love it, and I want to find a way to continue to do it. So I'm basically going to try and weave in some videos about like side hustles. I'm going to try a few more things, share that with you. And also, I know that so many of you are really interested in starting a side hustle, and I feel like this is one that like anyone can do it. It's not easy, but anyone can do it. So I'm going to be making some videos about that, and I thought I would just throw that out there. It's really tricky because like with any social media platform, you know, you do better if you niche, people come over, they watch you for something, and then you start making content about something else. It doesn't really like work. But equally, I don't have it in me to start a new YouTube channel about this. So I've made videos before about side hustles, and so I feel like it's not out of keeping with my channel. And anyway, you know, my channel's not a niche channel. You can watch everything from my home birth to me cleaning my bathroom on here. Let's look at the pantry and what it looks like now. Slightly better. I have organised some things. I've put some things in order, like teas and coffees on one shelf. We have a few less things on the floor. And then, you know, the medicines look really awesome. So I got rid of a lot in that space of time, and like my mum, who was behind me the whole time, like coaching me through what could today and what could go. I will see you in the next one.